When it comes to Pokemon's Evolving Skies, should we buy the Elite Trainer Box or the Booster Box? Where is the value? Let's go find out. It's been just over 2.5 years since Pokemon released its Evolving Skies set from the Sword and Shield era. The Booster Box currently selling for more than $650 around 1,000 Australian dollars, making investors 500 to 600% return in less than 3 years. Evolving Skies is by far, hands down, the best set to come out of the Sword and Shield era. Today, I want to look at the Elite Trainer Box and the Booster Box to find out which one of those products represents best value for money. What I mean by that is how much do you pay per booster pack inside of each one of these products. Now, as collectors and investors, we can't control what the market's going to do. All we can control is how much money we're prepared to pay per booster pack in a product. That's how I look at it when I'm investing, when I'm collecting. I just want to walk through a few other products with you guys today from the Scarlet and Violet and also the Sword and Shield era. Just a few products for you guys to keep your eye on where there might be some undervalued booster packs. So stay tuned, let's get into it. Okay, so what I really want to show you guys is how I personally look at my collection and my investments when it comes to Pokemon. The foundation of my decisions always comes back to how much am I paying per booster pack? How much money am I willing to pay per booster pack? So whenever I look at a collection box, a tin, a booster box, an ETB, a booster bundle, whatever it might be, I want to know how many packets are inside and how much does it work out that I have to pay per booster pack. That's really the core foundation. There are anomalies here and there where I might pay a premium for something, but that's the foundation of everything I do when it comes to Pokemon. And that's why my attention is on Evolving Skies today in this video. The booster box is $666 US. That's 1,000 Australian dollars. 3 months ago it was 415, if you can see here on the graph. 3 months ago 415. If we go back 6 months it was pretty much the same. So it was really 3 months ago where it started taking off, and now we're at $666 US. The devil's number, unfortunately. But if we compare that to the Elite Trainer Box, $95 for the Elite Trainer Box. Why am I comparing an ETB to the Booster Box? Well, at 660 odd US dollars and 1,000 Australian, not everyone can afford an Evolving Skies Booster Box. A lot of you have been collecting for a long time, made a lot of money on these investments, and can buy Evolving Skies all day long. There's some people that are quite new to the hobby, and they're saying, do I buy an Evolving Skies Booster Box or do I focus on some other booster boxes with how expensive Evolving Skies is getting? Well, the ETB is a great option, and not just for people that are starting out, but people that have been collecting for a long time. Like, good value is good value. The ETB is $95 versus the booster box for $666. What does that mean, right? Well, $666 for the booster box divided by $95 for the ETB, you can buy 7 Elite Trainer boxes. 7 Elite Trainer boxes for the same price as a booster box. Who cares? You might say the booster box has been performing, it's going to keep going up in value. I agree. But how many booster packs would you get in 7 Elite Trainer boxes for the same money? 56 packets. A booster box has 36 packets. So you're telling me for $666 I can buy 7 ETBs, get 56 booster packs versus 36 booster packs? That's an extra 20 packets for the same price. This is how I look at it, guys. Now, the ETBs might be a bit slower to take off in value, but they will. When you've got that much value in the hottest Sword and Shield set, they're going to pick up in value, they're going to take off. So my job is to find hidden value for you guys, kind of underappreciated and overlooked products. If I can't bring value to you guys, I'm not gonna do videos. I only do this to find value, and it helps me too. While I'm digging around for valuable products for you guys, I'm finding valuable products for myself, so everybody wins. But the ETB, I would rather buy 7 Elite Trainer boxes instead of 1 booster box right now. In 3 months, that might change. Maybe the booster box plateaus and the ETB triples in value. And then I'll say, hang on, buy the booster box instead. It's always a moving target. So there you go. There's a few options for you guys with the Evolving Skies. You can buy ETBs, get heaps better value, cheaper booster packs. Okay, I've put this product on this list to keep an eye on. The Reshiram and Charizard GX box. I'm not typically a big fan of these collection boxes, but this Reshiram and Charizard GX collection box has 10 Sword and Shield booster packs. Three of those packets are Evolving Skies. So you've got about $50, $55 worth of Evolving Skies packets. The collection box itself is only $77. These are all US dollars. $77. You've got $55 of Evolving Skies. There's 5 Chilling Rain. 5 Chilling Rain, 3 Evolving Skies. And the other 2 packets might be Battle Stars or Vivid Voltage or something like that, but good value. The 5 Chilling Rain and the 3 Evolving Skies in this box are more valuable than the cost of the box itself. So if you can still get this at 77 US dollars, over here in Australia, I think I've seen these selling still between 100 and 120. That's still pretty good value. If you can pick them up at $100 on the secondary market, go and grab them. Really good value, guys. The promo card in there, the Reshiram and Charizard promo card inside this set, it's not worth a lot. I think it's selling for maybe $15, $20 Australian, so maybe $10, $15 American. You guys can fact check me on that. I'm not too sure, but it's not really about the promo card. It's about the packets inside. It's a really good product to keep your eye on, guys. Okay, Lost Origin. I recently did a video ranking all the Sword and Shield booster boxes from worst value to best value for money. A few weeks back, I think that was. A few of those sets have already taken off. But Lost Origin came in at number 1, best value for money from the Sword and Shield era. If you watch that video, you'll see how I worked that out. I've got my own formula to calculate that. But anyway, Lost Origin, really good set. You've seen Fusion Strike really take off in the last few weeks since the Pokemon Center sold out of Fusion Strike. It just exploded. It's very hard to get. It caught up Chilling Rain in the blink of an eye. Fusion Strike and Chilling Rain are pretty much the same price now. But Lost Origin, you're $170, $172 for the booster box. If you haven't got Lost Origin, go and get some Lost Origin, guys. This thing's going to explode in value. The ETB is only $33. So the reason I've put this up here is the booster box $172, the ETB $33. If you work out the price per booster pack in the booster box, I'm losing myself here already. If you work out the price per pack in the booster box, it's going to work out that you should pay about $38 for the Elite Trainer box. And yet the Elite Trainer box is only $33. So they're pretty much on par. In this scenario, I wouldn't say go out and buy the ETB instead of the booster box. They're both really good value. They're pretty much neck and neck. The ETB works out slightly cheaper per booster pack. I can't remember what the numbers are. It might be 40 or 50 cents per booster pack cheaper to get the ETBs. But that's good. Like I say, the ETBs you're normally paying a premium for the booster packs. So either the ETB or the booster box for Lost Origin. If you're waiting on Lost Origin, don't wait any longer. The time is over for waiting. Stop sleeping on Lost Origin. Get it now. Get it now or you'll be kicking yourself later. Lost Origin is going to go really well in the next few months, guys. I can't stress that enough. Now I wanted to show you guys a few 151 products. Scarlet and Violet's 151, in my personal opinion, is the best set that Pokemon has released in years. I mean, you could argue Evolving Skies is better, but give 151 enough time, it might be comparable. It's a really strong set. It's just very different. It's very different to Evolving Skies, so I don't even want to compare. If you haven't got any 151 products yet, I know there's a lot of focus on chasing the Sword and Shield booster boxes, which is fair enough. You really need to get your hands on as many of those latest set Sword and Shield booster boxes as you can, because that market's really going to explode. But don't miss 151. The Alakazam EX collection I've put up here is really good value. $25. You get 4 booster packs in there and 3 promo cards of Abra, Kadabra, and Alakazam. But it's really about the booster packs, let's be honest. I'm not here to pump the promo cards. 4 booster packs, $25 for 151. Just pick up a few. Like I say, collection boxes, you don't want too many of them laying around. They do take up storage space if you've got a big collection. But just get 151 however you can. It's a really strong set. The UPC here is $110. It's gone down a little bit over the last 6 months, but over the last 3 months, it's picked up from sort of just under 100 back up to 110. You get 16 booster packs. Go pick up the 151 Ultra Premium Collection. 151 is getting a reprint, I think I heard. Let me know in the comments what you guys have heard. I'm pretty sure Denny Phantom just did a video on the reprint for 151. I haven't had time to have a look at it yet. But 151, really strong set. I can't stress this enough. Go get your hands on 151. If you don't want to pick up a UPC, just grab a few of those Alakazam EX boxes. They're really good value. Moving on, Chilling Rain booster box. Again, this was on my top 3 or 4 of best value for money when I did my video recently on Sword and Shield booster boxes. But since Fusion Strike has taken off, Chilling Rain I think is probably second best value for money after Lost Origin now. Chilling Rain, I think in the next, I would say by the end of this year, Chilling Rain would definitely crack $300. I don't like to make too many predictions, but I mean Chilling Rain is really going to do well in the coming months. So go get your hands on a booster box. I've got the ETB here. The ETB price, if you look at price per booster pack, is very similar to the price per booster pack for the booster box. So in this case, the Elite Trainer box is not really better value than the booster box. I would say if you can afford the booster box, go and get it. It's slightly cheaper per booster pack, but the ETB is not much more expensive per booster pack. I think again it's about 40 cents a booster pack, 50 cents a booster pack more if you bought the ETB versus the booster box. But again, I put it up there because it's a really good option. I think if the Chilling Rain booster box takes off in the next month or two, and the ETB doesn't take off as quick, then the Elite Trainer box will represent better value. So I'm just giving you a couple of things to keep your eyes on. The ETB might be a better value proposition in the coming months, so keep an eye out for both of those. I've put Paldean Fates on here. I want to show you guys a few products from Paldean Fates. Paldean Fates is nowhere near as bad as Shining Fates. It's quite a good set actually, Paldean Fates. I like it. I do like it. Originally I wasn't a big fan, but it's a decent set. It's a pretty strong set, Paldean Fates. One of the better sets to come out of Scarlet and Violet. Not the best. I'd say probably at this stage Paldea Evolved is the best set, and I'll do some more homework on that for you guys soon. But anyway, Paldean Fates, the booster bundle is the best value for money product to buy for Paldean Fates. You get 6 packets. It's $27, $26.95. If you go to ETB, you get 9 packets for $42. Now, I've done the numbers on these. They all work out. Here's the Iron Treads Paldean Fates tin. I'm not a fan of Iron Treads, but you get 5 booster packs for $23. When you look at this Iron Treads tin, the Paldean Fates Elite Trainer box, and the booster bundle, they all work out pretty similar in value. So you can't go wrong. I'll put the numbers on the screen afterwards. I can't remember the booster pack price, but the ETB in the tin I think is about 10 cents, literally about 10 cents per booster pack more. So neither of them are too expensive. Pick up whichever one you like of these 3 guys. They're all really good value. I'd say if you're a big collector and storage is a problem, grab the booster bundle. It is slightly cheaper than the other products when you work out price per booster pack, and it's tiny. It takes up no space as far as storage goes. So Paldean Fates, really strong set. Don't forget to pick up a few of these cheaper items from Paldean Fates while you are collecting booster boxes over here from Sword and Shield, if that's what you are doing. Don't forget about some of the newer products that people are sleeping on. Now, Fusion Strike, obviously, like I said, this thing's taken off a lot. I mean, look at that. In the last month, it's gone from $160 US to $227. So it's gone up $77 in the last month. I literally did my video about a month ago, and I put Fusion Strike on that list as second best value for money. And look at that. Was I wrong? That thing is really climbing. So I hope you watched that video in time and got yourself some Fusion Strike when I said it was good value. But anyway, $227 for the booster box. Now, if we compare that Fusion Strike booster box to the ETB, $40 for the Elite Trainer box. In this case, if you can still pick this up in the States for $40, I'm getting all these prices from tcgplayer.com, which pulls a lot of the information off the internet and puts it all together. So if you can still get this for $40, that's only $5 a booster pack for the Fusion Strike ETB. Much better value. Again, I'll put the numbers on the screen once I edit this video, but the booster box I think was about $6.50 or something per booster pack. I might be slightly off, but $5 a booster pack for the ETB. So pick up a few ETBs if you've missed out on the booster box or money is scarce. Grab the ETB. It's better value. You're getting cheaper booster packs. And even the 3-pack blister. I don't really buy these myself, but that's not to say they're not good value. Some of these 3-pack blister packs really sell well. You can triple your money on these things typically in a couple of years. They're a smaller item, and maybe it's annoying to try and sell a lot of these versus just storing a booster box. But you're looking $14 for 3 packets. You're at less than $5 a booster pack. So the 3-pack blister for Fusion Strike, and it's got the EV promo card inside. It's not a great promo card, but it's still EV. EV's a popular Pokemon, and we're really, again, not pumping the promo cards, right? It's about the booster packs. Less than $5 a booster pack for the 3-pack blister. So there's a few options, guys. I mean, between the Lost Origin, the Evolving Skies, the Fusion Strike, the 151, the Paldean Fates, keep your eyes on some of these products. Really keep a lookout for these, and don't sleep on them. These are some of the things I'm keeping an eye on, and we're looking to add some more to my collection. I've already got some of these products in my collection, but it's just something for you guys to think about. That's how I process my buying decisions, my investing and collecting decisions. How much am I paying per booster pack? Where can I get the cheapest booster packs? Because I believe ultimately that's what's going to push the price or have the price drop. There are occasions where the market is completely irrational. When you look at the Rebel Clash booster box, which is 300 Australian dollars, I think that's about 200 American dollars, and you get 8 packets of nothing. So sometimes the market is irrational. It might just be that that's more of a scarce product. But I don't want to ramble on too much. I've given you some things to keep an eye on. Do not sleep on Chilling Reign. Do not sleep on Lost Origin. The Evolving Skies ETBs, they're not going to stay this cheap for long. Get out there, get a couple, get one at least. Get some Evolving Skies happening, guys. That's a really, really, really cheap way to get Evolving Skies, is those Elite Trainer boxes. To all the people that have subscribed, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Leave your comments, leave your feedback, and I'll get back to all of you. Keep collecting, keep investing, and again, thanks for watching the Chase Card. Bye.